a problem. Late night out in Denver, being the only one I'm calling. We see the top, we crawling. They off the grid, they falling. Pass the bottle, no cola. Perfect the blunt, he rolling. Yeah. Who the hell are they trying? Gang. For the
in the building, Ben Bargas in the Pound Game Addison.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
On the Focuz TV1 network, the Focuz The Magazine live platform, sponsored by Exclusive Photographing Films, also sponsored by Sports Talk ENT1. Well, let's get on down to it. You know, Ben, let's talk about
what's cracking.
Tattoo Syndicate. Syndicate Tattoo. My bad. Tell the people a little bit about Syndicate Tattoo and you know where the name came from and you know how I got to start.
I started a Tattoo Syndicate Tattoo. You take your pick. Everybody knows me by that name anyway. I started that about 23, 24 years ago. Me and my boy Big Head, we made some shirts up. I had a little tattoo shop, a little tiny tattoo shop back then, and I just kind of went from there, and I carried the name with me from then on.
Okay.
No doubt.
Indeed. Ben Bargas. So tell the people a little bit about the individual Ben Bargas. I understand, you know, you've been through some changes and you changed your ways, you know, a whole 360. You have a new vision, you know, in life. I also understand, you know, you was once upon a time into the gang life.
Oh yeah, the old Ben Bargas, that man is no longer around. I grew up in the Crip gang, one of the first noted gang members here in Jefferson County in Colorado. Grew up doing that stuff, and then as I got older, got into the motorcycle clubs. Was in a support club of the Banditos called the Peligrosos. Original OG member of that. Did that for quite some time and retired. Ever since then, I got real sick. Had some heart problems. Got diagnosed with epilepsy, and changed my life around. Gave my life to God. So He's blessed me with opportunities that not a lot of people get, and He blessed me with this man right here. So sticking with him.
Indeed. We got to take a little commercial break. We'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
Yo, it's Pound Game Addison. Y'all tuned in to Focuz The Magazine Live. Yes, sir.
All right, we're back. Okay, Ben, tell me, I understand you're a tattoo artist there. Legendary tattoo artist in my eyes. Tell me about one of the memorable moments of you, giving the tattoo, and why was it a memorable moment?
Oh man, I've been tattooing for over 36 years, so I mean, it's hard to think of all the memorable moments. I think the most epic times I have to remember is tattooing all the celebrities and the rappers. Those are some of the best times that I've had. I mean, a lot of my clientele stuck with me through the entire time, so I mean, every time I pick up that tattoo machine, it's an experience. I get to know people get to know me, and I think that's why I've become who I am today in this field, because when you come to my shop, you come in as a client and you leave as family. So I just every experience is special to me.
Every experience, indeed. Okay, on February 20th, I seen a post with you with a member of Strange Music. Are you still working with that camp?
No. That was kind of just a weird incident. When I have a promoter that brings all of the guys to me, rappers, and we do certain events that my promoter will let them know, hey, got a guy that tattoos, and if you come out and do like a meet and greet, tattoo you, get to know him, blah blah blah. Well, when I met Pound, it was just one of those things. We connected like no other, and he offered me a gig to roll with him. At first, it was with Strange, but it didn't go that route. So I'm an official member of a Pound Game Megastar Entertainment. So
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Indeed. We're gonna get into that. So February the 22nd, 2 days later, I seen a post with Pound Game Addison, where you were speaking of signing to the label, to the Pound Game label. Tell me a little bit about that, and you, also Pound Game. You can kind of elaborate, kind of join in on that question right there about having a tattoo artist signed to a label. That's kind of new to me. It's kind of different, but I mean it's kind of unique, and kind of give us a insight on why did you choose to have a tattoo artist sign with you.
Most def. Yeah, man. When I met Ben, it was through a mutual friend. He had set us up, and from the jump, man, he's like, "Hey, I had like." Like he did this whole arm, you feel me? And I had like little pieces of it. So he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna put this together, I'm just like, "All right, hold on now." And it's like from the jump, we had the same vision throughout my arm, you know what I'm saying? So it automatically became family. And then after that, he told me what he did. I told him what I did. I told him what we had going. People don't even know, we had talked about this, like 8 months ago? Mm-hmm. So we keeping it low, whatever. So we figuring out tattoo artists on the label, how this gonna make sense. And what we end up doing is including sports and everything. So we have, athletes on the team, we have tattoo artists on the team, and what we all do is different things, but we bring it together as Pound Game Megastar Entertainment. So, it's a family thing, it's a worldwide thing, and everything he do, I believe in. So every time I'm on the road and one of my, fans or whatever want a tattoo, we put that in the meet and greet package. He's able to go, bring his art to life on them, and it's just a natural thing. So now he's able to go do that in Texas and, all type of places, you feel me? So.
Yeah, and then plus, Pound's letting me design all of the
the merch. The
merchandise.
Yeah, he's an official merch now, and he draws all type of stuff. He draws crazy things, sends them to me. We put them on shirts, and so that's how we tie in together. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. International tattoo artist.
Yeah, there's only been one other man to do it, and that was Mr. Cartoon.
Yeah.
He used to tour with Cypress Hill. And he's the only man that I've known to do that. So I mean, I'm blessed to be where I'm at right now for sure.
Indeed. I also seen I guess it was a little post about you going to Phoenix to chat a few of the Phoenix Sun basketball players. Could you give me a little information on that?
When I went out to Phoenix with Pound, I think we were more into the business part of getting everything together since I was with him. So we didn't really get to tattoo a lot of people out there, but I mean we did a few tattoos here and there, but we were more trying to get things together for the tour. And but I mean it's still going to happen, you know what I mean? Pound is putting my name out there. I've been contacted by a few people that Pound has thrown my way, and I'm not going to put no names out there right now, but yeah. It's been fun, you know, and because we travel back and forth. Pound will come here, I'll go there, you know, and it's just we do what we got to do.
We got to do what we got to do. You feel me?
Indeed. You're in tune to the Focus TV1 Network, Focus the Magazine live platform. We're going to take a little commercial break, and we'll be back with Pound Game Addison.
Yes, sir.
we're back on the Focus TV1 network, Focus the Magazine live platform. We're back with Pound Game Addison, rapper, songwriter, founder of Pound Game Music, Megastar Entertainment. We got a few hits like Hate on Us back in 2017.
Yeah.
Fade Away back in 2018.
Okay.
Drip back in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Bible, and the most recent album, Smoke Love, in 2020.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Pound Game Addison in the building. So, why don't you tell the people a little bit about how you got the name Pound Game Addison?
Yes, most def. So yeah, man, they was crazy. They used to call me Lil Black. So they used to call me Lil Black or whatever. I was just a little guy, but I got big out of nowhere. Like the growth just went crazy. So I had actually met up with Tech, through my uncle Stevie Stone.
We talking about Tech Nine?
Yeah, Tech Nine.
We talking about Stevie Stone from Strange?
Yeah. Odyssey Records now. So
okay.
Yeah. But yes, so they had bait, and he had just seen me perform one time. He was just like, "Hey man, you just pound." Like he's like, "You just hit." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "You just hit." So I just thought about that. I went back home to and we had this little friend group, and I had named it from the jump Pound Game Music Group. So we was all like Pound Game something, like Pound Game this, Pound Game that, whatever. They all, took different routes. They wanted to, do sports or whatever. I still wanted to do music. So I put kind of the two together, like, okay, Pound Game Addison, because my music hit, but I keep it real to myself.
Yes, sir.
But like when people listen to me, they know it's gonna be an up tempo, whether it's an R&B beat or whatever. Like I'm gonna amp it up, so it's just gonna hit you like Pound Game. You feel me? So what they'll do is like college students might take that and be like, "Oh, the Pound Game," and then it became a funny thing. And then other people, they know I smoke gas, so they like, "Oh, Pound, what's up, Pound?" You feel me? And that related back to the cannabis. So it just hit it all angles now. So.
Indeed.
All angles.
You feel me? So Pound Game Addison.
Indeed. So I seen also on one of your posts, Waka Flocka Flame. Tell me about the time that you met Waka Flocka.
Most def, yeah, man. That's been my dog from early ages, man. He met me. I met him actually when he was in my hometown. They was like, they had brought me out. He was like, "Yo, who one of the best openers?" This was the first time he had seen me perform, and he had put me right back out on his set. It was like, "Nah, come amp my set up. You lit. You feel me?" Mm-hmm. So this is the first time meeting him. So what's crazy, like 2 weeks later, I had seen him like in Atlanta, and he just kept seeing my face. He's like, who is this little dude? You feel me? So he kept guiding me, kept giving me a little advice along the way. And then now we to the point now where he sees me, he's like, "Hey man, you doing it, Mm-hmm. So yeah, man, I know Waka for like 4 years now.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Waka Flocka Flame. So he's still out there doing his thing, huh?
Almost there. Waka kicking it, man. He doing TV shows, everything now.
Okay.
So yeah, that's motivation, man. He done taught me a lot about the game, So it's just motivation to see how many levels you can reach, in this business. So
Indeed.
That's what I try to accomplish.
Indeed. You're in tune to the Focus TV1 network. Focus the Magazine live in the building. Ben Bargas and Pound Game Addison.
Yes,
so
sir.
Pound Game, tell us a little bit more about Pound Game. Where you from? How you got into the industry. Who inspired you to rapping and things like that.
Most def. Well, yeah, man. Originally it was crazy. I was born in Minnesota, but I was there for like a month. So I moved straight to Iowa after that, Davenport, Iowa, and then after that I moved into Missouri area. Just lived around like St. Louis, Columbia, Ferguson, all type of areas like that. And so yeah, I'm really, from them areas, the Midwest baby. That's what I just said on my end of my tape. I kind of explain where I'm from and everything like that. So
Indeed.
Yeah.
So do they support? How do they support the local talent back in your city in the Midwest?
Yeah, man, it's like half and half. You know, any city, you know, half of them they love it. You know what I'm doing for the city, because I always try to bring a voice back to my city. You know, half of them, you know, haters. You know how that go. That's any city.
Yeah.
But it's motivation to see how I can shape a city and with my name and build it. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's love or hate, it's all love in my heart. So that's how I move.
Most definitely. BIBLE. Let's go back. Let's talk a little bit about that song right there. What's the meaning, and what's the inspiration behind writing that song?
Oh, what song?
Bible.
Oh yeah. So yeah, man. You know, the Bible. I'm coming in. When I wrote that song, me and my artist BG Kenny, we had such a connection. It's just natural. We literally was in the studio, and someone had sent the beat. And you know, I naturally have a Christian background. You feel me? My whole family, you know what I'm saying, go to church and everything like that. So what I wanted to do is put a message like, hey, when I talk, this is what this means. But it's relating like when God talk, you know, that's what the Bible is. So it was kind of a statement like, hey, when I do, can't talk like this, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Kind of stating like, haters or whatever, this is a message I'm giving y'all. But I'm giving it to your way as a statement relating to like the Bible. This is my Bible.
It's so funny that you talk about that right now, because when I picked him up from the airport, we had some stuff happen, and we've been doing sort of the same thing about reading different gospels and stuff. And he looked at me and I looked at him, and it was kind of weird, because we're in connection on that same level of we're reading different stuff like that. So it was just crazy, and then now that you bring up the Bible stuff, it was
And I'm really talking about everything that kind of happened in 2020 and all that. Like, so throughout that song, I'm like, hey, you know, I'm just going crazy. So,
and that was written back in what?
2020. Smoke Love was written in 2020.
Oh yes, we're gonna talk about that one. Most definitely. Okay, let's jump into that Smoke Love album. I listened to a few tracks, especially the title track. Tell me a little bit more about some of the songs on there and some of your favorites, and why are they your favorite songs?
Most def. So yeah, man, that Smoke Love tape, and when I had put that out, it was just kind of I had recorded so much more than that, and you know, a lot of songs didn't make on that tape, but I feel like the songs I put on there told a story throughout that tape of everything that kind of happened to me that was going on with me. And you know, I predicted a lot of stuff that was on that tape. Like, so yeah, it all started from that one single, that Smoke Love, where I really started showing like, okay, this how I'm gonna do, this who I am. You feel me? So yeah, it just tells a story. So my top 3 really is Smoke Love, the Bible, and then Deuce. You know, coming ready talking about LA, kicking it in LA type stuff. You feel me?
Okay.
And then throughout the tape, I'm talking about like my trip to Houston. And then at the end, I kind of talked to my Aunt Jackie. She just passed away like a week ago. You feel me? Okay. So in the end, it's kind of like her voice, and I'm telling you know, so it's a real story.
Okay.
And it's Smoke Love. You feel me?
Smoke Love.
I think the whole album is banging, but
the whole album. Okay. Most definitely. So any collabs on the album?
Most def. Collab on the album, BG Kenny, Pound Game Megastar Entertainment. You feel me?
Who is BG?
He's on the label with us. He's one newer artist. He just started rapping and everything, man. He's coming all angles.
He's killing it.
He's killing from the jump. So he killing him from the jump. So it was BG Kenny featured on the Bible, and yeah, that was the only feature on the tape. You feel me?
No. The other one
on the Smoke Love.
There was
on Smoke Love.
Nah. BG Kenny had a move like that on his tape.
Oh
Yeah.
Okay. So some of the other the album songs that you have put out, what are some of the other artists that you have worked with in the industry?
Most Def. Yeah, man, I did some. I've done some work with like BFB the Pac, man.
Okay.
Up and coming artists out of Michigan. I've done shows, you know, with like Snoop Dogg, Afro Man,
Okay.
MGK, you know, Tech Stone. Collaborated with like Royce Bell, you know, Wild and Out TV.
Okay.
Just a lot, you know, just all different angles, really.
Okay.
A lot of different artists, man. It's all been love, you know. I'm Cowboy, you know, a lot of LA artists too. AD.
Cowboy from the Cowboy from LA, huh?
Yeah, Cowboy. Yeah, man. We ended up doing a joint show in Arizona together.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I was down there. He had performed. I was back there. We had met, chopped it up.
Okay.
He actually got into my homeboy's brand, Fully Fed.
Okay.
So they got some collaborations off that.
Okay. Most definitely. Shout out to Cowboy out there in LA.
Yeah, love.
You know what I mean? Holding it down. You know, see what you're doing out there. Most definitely. So, you know, Pound Game. When Pound Game is in his in his whip, who do you listen to?
Man, I kind of what's crazy, I kind of slap the same few songs a day just as motivation. You know, I got Lil Baby with the No Friends. That's just motivation songs to me. And then I got Lil Baby with the Rags to Riches. You know, I ain't gonna lie, I give a motivational Drake song in there. I put that in there. You know. And then I really go listen to myself and my artists and kind of listen around that way, just listen to the same rotation a day.
Indeed. So, how would you describe your music?
Man, yeah, they say I'm what did I say, up tempo, the AA.
It's yeah, like when I first heard him, from my perspective, that old school, new school kind of I don't even know how to describe it.
A lot of people say that.
I don't know how to describe it, but it's catchy, it's banging, and like when I first heard it and I first met him, that Smoke Love song. Because of the old school feel, it's like those old roller skating days. You know what I mean? When he was out Roller City or something, just skating it up, and that was the type of feel I got from it. You know what I mean? And I'm old school, and I love it.
Record from behind the scenes.
Yeah, man. Most definitely.
I see it as they say I'm real up tempo with it. You feel me? You know, I feel like I can get on any beat and I can kind of liven it up. You feel me? So that's kind of what I get to my name now. You know, it's Pound Game Addison. Like they know when they hear me, it ain't gonna be no, you know, druggy stuff, but I'm gonna talk about some real stuff. You feel me? And it's gonna be up tempo. I'm gonna hit them. You feel me? Like, you feel me? I'm gonna make sure it's something's in there, the or something, the AA. Yeah. Hey, you feel me? I'm gonna put something in there and make it make sense. You feel me? So
what's crazy is that he takes inspiration from normal conversations. Like when there's a couple of songs that he called me on. It was like, you got to listen to it on big inspiration. And then at first I didn't catch it, but then when I listened to it, yeah, it's crazy how he puts it all together from just conversations that we had.
Oh man.
So I mean, that's basically how you. So when you sit down and write a track, is it?
They don't write nothing. They don't write nothing. I've been in the studio with him, and they don't write nothing. It's just like
it's a freestyle type thing.
Not necessarily a freestyle. This is how I kind of do it. Like he said, like I get motivation from the OGs. You feel me? I respect the hell out the OGs, and I'm always around them. Yeah. But at the same time, I had that young audience that I'm around too, so I'm still living experience, so I'm able to tie the two together. Yeah. And they just don't know. I'm talking to the OGs on the daily, like, hey, brother, done. So what I do is when I book a session, I have enough things I'm thinking up in my head, and I just let it all go on the track. So I get to be like, okay, I want to talk about this. And he might have just told me something on the phone, and I'll go put that on the song, and then at the end it's like, look, I'm gonna show him that he influenced this, so I'll bring like his culture into the video. I don't know, like, and then it'll be that kind of culture of lowriders, and I'll kind of look what he's drawing around and all that, and I'll put lowriders in the video, but I'll make it to where the young audience is like, hey, hold on, this dude, he talking, do. So now they gotta respect the OG way of, you feel me? So
Definitely.
that's kind of how I do it, you feel me? And
So you go back and write it?
nah, I really just be in the studio, and my engineer me so locked in, he know how I rap. Like I'll say like 4 bars that are done. Okay, that's like it. Nah, I ain't gonna put no bullshit out. Let me redo it. Okay, that makes sense. And then I'll listen to it, and it may take 4 or 5 times before a song's done. But by the time it comes out, it sounds. You feel me? And it was just.
It's an experience to watch these.
So yeah, I take passion in the recording process.
So you basically never write it down.
Nah, I don't write.
So I mean, as far as just after the track and everything's done, how do you copyright your music?
Oh yeah, I write it afterwards. You know what I'm saying? I make sure it's all wrote and everything. But when I'm in the recording process, I never write. I let what's coming to my head just come out there. You feel me?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And I've seen it.
Yeah. I mean, I believe it. I mean, like I said, I've been in the industry, in the music industry, for over 30-something years, and I've been around a lot of different artists, and especially a lot of them that just can kind of go off the head and make magic happen. You know, they just chose the wrong direction and the wrong path, and not out there. But most definitely. So the coronavirus, how did it affect your music?
Yeah, man, it was rough. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times it was hard to keep going, but it actually kind of leveled up my mind state and made me lock in and kind of focus on what I need to do. And that's the exact time I started my label. And I just had all these different type of ideas. I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna bring this to light. If I make it through this, so it was rough as far as not doing shows. But as far as just, leveling up my mind, I did appreciate it. It was rough, losing people to it though, So I was dealing with that as well. So, but as far as, just the blessing it put on my life, I do appreciate it.
Most definitely, because it's out there and heavy in effect. Most definitely.
Indeed.
You in tune to the Focus TV1 network, Focus the Magazine live platform. So Pound Game Addison, tell me what's coming up for Pound Game? What you got going? What tours? What's happening with Pound Game?
Most def, yeah, man. We finna get the rolling. Yeah, we finna do a few shows out the Midwest, and then we gonna hit the West Coast. Towards the winter time, whatever. So we gonna get the rolling, get on the road, do a few festivals. Cannabis Fest, they're my favorite fest. So, and I'm actually getting ready to do a collab tape with BG Kenny, so that'll be ready to go.
It's coming out soon.
Yeah, I'll be ready out by winter time.
What about Colorado?
Probably sooner.
You come to Colorado?
Yeah, but I think we're gonna do a release party down here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. When are you looking to do that?
Man, I think I don't know. I'm gonna talk to Ben about it. We're gonna really set something up, bring the city out. Kick it, have good vibes, and get it going. I don't know, we're working on it. It's actually almost done. So
yeah,
I was just showing Ben some stuff the other day. He's like, man, y'all don't miss.
Yeah.
So
most definitely. Let me know about it. We'll come out, and cover it.
Most definitely.
Do our little thing. So as far as your music and stuff like that, who produces your music? Do you have a multiple producers or just one main one?
Yeah, I work with a guy from overseas. His name Infi Beats. He actually produced probably like 75% of the Smoke Love tape, and then that might be like a Michigan producer or somebody from like the West Coast to send me a beat, and I might mix it and do that. But once I'm doing a project, I really lock in with one producer so we can kind of get that sound going, and it ain't sounding too scattered like, oh, he tried to put this together. But I work with all type of different producers. I just started working with a different one too, called Lucky Number. So you know, he came with a whole different sound, and that's how, hey, you know, so it's always just enhancing my sound and keep networking, you know, working with different type of, you know, producers. Everybody got a different sound.
Most definitely. That's the way to go. You know, you got to keep it versatile. You know,
on me.
You got to keep it. So we go back a little bit, talk a little bit about that coronavirus. A little bit. I mean, what do you actually think about that there?
Oh, don't get me started.
Yeah, we're gonna talk to you,
man. Rest in peace to all the loved ones, everybody lost for sure. I don't know what to think about it. You feel me? I feel like it's a blessing. I'm still able to be here. You know.
Amen.
In this world today, you feel me? I wake up every day and thank God for that. As far as, you know, all the wild things they saying about it, it's like, man, I don't know what to believe. All I know is, hey, all I can do is move by faith. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I think it's a wild situation though. I'm like, damn, they say this ain't never happened, you know, but it's like crazy.
Most definitely. So, in the near future, you say a year, you know, or two ahead, what can we see from Pound Game?
I see more life, man. I see, you know, everything I spoke into existence. I see that coming. You know, I feel like, you know, everything's in due time. When it's supposed to happen, it's supposed to happen. I ain't supposed to rush nothing. You feel me? I meet a different person every day. Hey man, your music fire. You feel me? So. You never. I'm now doing shows in Boston and all that, so I ain't never even been to Boston. So, you know, I'm doing a show in Boston next month and all type of stuff. So it's growing. So we shall see. I plan on more life, big things, Big Ben, more opportunities.
Most definitely. So, as far as your recording, what studios do you use?
Yeah. I use Demon Studios is in Phoenix, Arizona. Okay. Yeah, I record in Demon. Then when I'm in LA, I use my boy Alex down there. So
okay.
Yeah, them the two studios I use.
Most definitely. So got anybody you want to shout out to?
Man, shout out to Big Ben, of course. You feel me? Shout out to the whole family, man. Y'all know who y'all is. BG Kenny, man. Shout out to everybody, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Focus, you feel me? Salute to yourself, man.
Indeed,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You know.
Indeed.
Shout out to everybody that supports the journey, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's love my way, always.
Indeed. Got anybody shout out to, man?
My list is so long, brother. I'd be here all day. But I'm just thankful for everybody who supported me through my hardships and my good ships, and just who are behind me still to this day. Those are the people that I thank the most. And this man, I couldn't thank this man for more. I mean, because he's just within the last couple of months, man, he's brought me up to a level that I thought I'd never be at. So yeah, a lot of love for this man.
Most definitely. Pound Game Addison in the building. Ben Bargas in the building on the Focus TV1 network. Focus the Magazine live. You've been tuned in to one epic episode there. So we will be back with Ben Bargas. So until then, we'll be right back.
Yes, sir.